Hi, I'm Jeff Patterson with Home Repair Tutor, and in this video I'm going to share with you how to insulate walls, specifically using Rockwool insulation. This is a project I've always wanted to do because Rockwool is really cool. It's a proven way to not only insulate and lower your utility bills, but soundproof your house to a certain extent. So I'm super stoked to share with you how I did it. I hope this video helps you out. Let's get to it. Here's my exterior wall or walls, pretty standard stuff. Got your joist, or excuse me, stud bays. Here's the Rockwool comfort bat. That's what I'm going to be using. Now it saves energy and it's fire resistant. The fire resistant part is why I'm using it. It'll fit into 2x4 studs and joists, and it gives you, each bag gives you about 60 square feet of coverage for exterior walls, basements, and crawl spaces. There are 12 bats per bag. They're 3.5 inches thick and 15.25 inches wide, so it'll fit a standard stud bay. Rockwool is made out of stone wool, which gives it the fire resistance, but make sure you wear a respirator, long sleeve shirt, and gloves, because like every insulation, it's itchy if you get it on your skin. So start by placing the bat at the top of the stud bay, flush with any header, and then tuck it in so that it's flush with the studs. You don't want to smush it down because that'll ruin the R value. And so as you can see here, it's flush with the studs, and that helps maintain its efficiency. More often than not, you're going to have to cut the bottom bat to size. So get your measurement from the bottom of the top bat to the top of the bottom base plate. Get that measurement, and then you can cut your bat using either a drywall knife or a standard bread knife, because it is kind of like cutting through a loaf of bread. But you want to make that bottom bat 1/2 to 1 inch longer than the measurement that you got. And you do that because you want the bat to fit tight to the bottom plate and then to the bottom of the top bat. As you can see here, the fit is pretty tight. There are no gaps in between the bats and the top and the bottom of the stud bay. Now, if you have an irregular sized bay, so in this case I have one that measures about 10 inches, what you want to do is add 1/2 to 1 inch to the width of the Rockwool piece that you're going to cut the size. So my stud bay was about 10 inches wide, so I cut the Rockwool at 11 inches. And again, it's like cutting through a loaf of bread. All you need to do now is tuck in that piece of Rockwool, and that extra 1/2 inch to inch distance gives it a really nice tight fit and improves the energy efficiency. How do you handle pipes in your stud bay? Well, what you do is you get the measurement from the edge of the pipe to the edge of the stud, and you transfer that measurement to the Rockwool bat. And then you cut out a groove the same width as the pipe into the Rockwool, and then remove about 1/2 of the insulation. What I found with pipes is it's best to fit the Rockwool in the center of the stud bay, because the pipe has a little bit of flexibility and you can slide it up into the bay like I did here. So that's how you cut around pipes. But wires are a little bit different. So what you do is you look at the wire and you cut a groove into the Rockwool. Now this is per the Rockwool directions, and what you do is you place the bat into the stud bay so that the wire fits into that groove. So that's how you handle electrical wires. Electrical boxes are a little bit different. You need to get the measurement of where the electrical box is and then cut out sections of the Rockwool so that the Rockwool fits nice and snug to the box. Well, that's how you insulate walls using Rockwool. Super simple and straightforward, right? Not only does it insulate and lower your utility bills, it also soundproofs to a certain extent. And that is really important if you've got loud kids or friends who like to stay over at your house late at night when it's time for you to go to bed. All right, remember, if you haven't already done so, you can click the subscribe button. That way you'll get one of my videos every single Friday. It's meant to help you, that is, the videos are meant to help you with your own projects. I think you'll really like them. So click that subscribe button. And that's it for today. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate your time. Take care. I'll see you soon.